I'm back. Hey there, poetry pals, welcome back to another video. I'm sorry I've been away. Welcome to 2020. This is the first video of the year. It is also the first video I've posted in 6 months or so, and for that I'm not going to apologise. Stuff happened and yeah. Welcome back. I hosted a New Year's Eve party at my house. It was Gatsby themed, and the reason I did that is because I wanted to recreate this photo for my new profile picture, and it worked spectacularly. So thank you to everyone who came to my party just to indulge my extraness so that I could take my new profile picture on Facebook, which I haven't replaced in 4 years, so that's great. Thanks, cheers. I have been thinking a lot about the final 2 lines of The Great Gatsby. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. I kind of love this quote, and every time I think of it, I think of something different. I think it's sort of optimistic in that we keep trying to move forward, but the past is always there and we can't forget about it. I don't know, whatever. Great Gatsby. Okay, party. So I think what I meant to say here was that we always strive for the future, but end up being dragged back into the past. I think that's what the quote is, and I think obviously in The Great Gatsby that is totally true of Gatsby. He never really escapes. Anyway, this isn't a video about the themes of The Great Gatsby, but the reason I have been thinking a lot about this quote is that 2019 felt like a year that was defined by stuff that came before it. It was not defined by things that actually happened in 2019. I know that my mental health in the last 12 months has been terrible. My mental health has been the worst it has ever been. I've been really struggling, pals. It's been terrible. And I think, you know, there's been lots of reasons for that, but certainly in the last 6 months I have been going to less poetry events and not going out to see people, and then the weather turned and I just haven't been looking after myself as much as I should, and it got bad, and now I'm putting the work in to make it better, but I am a long way from being there. I've started counselling, and that's really cool. I thoroughly recommend it. And then specifically the last month or so, I really struggle at the festive period. Shocker! My dad died on December the 20th, and never been a huge fan of Christmas and festive period anyway, before that, but now it's even worse. I think there is a huge amount of pressure to be happy, or at least appear happy, specifically on social media, and I wasn't, and I struggled this year, and just seeing a lot of people and having to make an effort to be happy when all I wanted to do was hide away and wait for December to be over. You see everyone in your life and they're all like, oh my god, how are you doing? How's life? And you're like, shit. It feels like it's shit. And yeah. And everyone doing the reflective stuff. Because I look back on 2019 and I only, at the moment, see where I failed and where I haven't done the things that I want to do. Whereas if I was in a better headspace, I could be like, I got a really cool job at Burning Eye, and I worked with these poets and I did these really cool things, and I performed here and I did this, and I, you know, my poems got accepted for publication here and here, but all I can see at the moment is all the stuff that I failed. So I'm not even gonna try. I first started my YouTube channel this time last year properly with a video discussing my New Year's resolutions. And so I'm going to talk about my New Year's resolutions from last year. I'm going to talk about how I failed every single one of them. So, resolutions. Drink 2 litres of water a day. Now, sorry, do you like my water bottle that I got for Christmas from my sister? I did not do this every day, but it's certainly, setting it as a resolution definitely helped me drink more water and just incorporate it into my daily life. So it did mean that I was drinking way more water than I normally do. So definitely worth setting your resolution to. It was a lot easier to drink 2 litres of water when I was working in an office, mainly because I was getting bored, so I would go and fill up my water bottle more. And then what happened is that because I was drinking so much water, on days where I wasn't in an office, I would I'd be really thirsty, like I'd notice when I wasn't. And it's super weird, which is when you get out of the habit of drinking 2 litres. Anyway, shut up. Water's not that interesting, but oops. My other one was post weekly YouTube videos, which worked until July. So yeah, up until the beginning of July, I was posting weekly YouTube videos and you guys were watching them, and then I didn't. The reason is I got a second job at Burning Eye Books, which for those of you who are purely internet friends, you will know that I have reviewed their books in the past, but they are a Bristol-based independent poetry publisher that specialises in spoken word, and they put out a thing asking for a marketing human, and I got it, which was really cool. And this is because they got Arts Council funding, and so I started working there in July, and the original contract was for 6 months, and it was amazing, and I learnt loads, and I was really busy, and I ended up during term time working 55 hours a week, and it was a lot. And so I have decided not to continue working for Burning Eye Books. It is honestly nothing on them, all on me. I took on too much, and so that's why the YouTube videos stopped. And I was finding myself struggling to juggle these 2 jobs that involved a lot of brain power and energy, and yeah, I overdid it. Classic. I burnt out really bad, and so yeah, from 2020, I am no longer at Burning Eye. I'm just at the SU, and I am going to use the spare time to focus on my own projects, because I haven't actually looked at my own poetry or submitted anything for publishing in a really long time. My last resolution for 2019 was to run the Bristol Half Marathon, and boy, did that not even happen. Okay, so when 2019 started, I was in the middle of retraining up to do a 10k, and I did a 10k in February and I smashed it. Well, okay, I smashed it for me. Like, chances are you, whoever you are watching, could run a 10k faster than I can, but I smashed it for me. And And then I just didn't run again for the rest of the year. And it was sort of like, you know, through that like first half of the year, I was like, oh no, it's okay, because I'm going to start running again. And I still got time for the Bristol Half Marathon, which is in September. And I was like, oh no, it's totally cool. Like, I'm gonna start running again and start training for the half marathon. It's gonna be fine. And then it was, you know, getting into the summertime, and I was like, it's cool because I'm definitely gonna start training. And then it was getting sort of later in the summer, and I was like, it's cool because I'm totally gonna just do this really intense training, and it just didn't happen. And then the half marathon happened, and it sort of passed me by, and I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna do another half marathon before. I didn't do it, and that's fine. I don't think I actually like running that much. So my 3 New Year's resolutions that I set for 2019, and I failed all of them, but I also, in reaching for them, helped to engage in healthier habits. So I think that's kind of the point of New Year's resolutions, isn't it? Is to like better oneself. I've been seeing a lot on my social media, people like being anti-resolution and stuff like that. And I just find having goals to work towards really helpful. So I've decided, even though I failed all of mine for 2019, I'm going to make some for 2020. 2020, here's what I've got planned. I'm back on the weekly videos. I am going to try my best. I am going to average 52 videos this year, and I am I've got a few planned in, and I'm really excited. And yeah, so back on the weekly video hype. If you have requests, put them in the comments below, I will do them. And then the other one is, and this is one that actually was recommended to me by Jo Bell back at the Lyra Poetry Festival in March 2019, and she said that she has a New Year's resolution not to buy any books, and you don't buy any books for a whole year. And I was like, shit, yes, that sounds amazing. And to clarify, it doesn't sound amazing because it's not because I don't want to spend my money on supporting the people that I love and admire who are putting books out. It's just that I buy books and don't read them, and I'm sure you are the same, even you are the same. And so my New Year's resolution is I'm not buying any books of 2020. I can be lent books, I can go to the library, but the main focus of this year is to read the books that I have in my collection that I haven't read yet, and then probably make videos about them because content. So what can you expect from me this year? You can expect weekly videos. You can expect how to write poem videos. You can expect how to get published videos with cool new people featuring in them. You can expect book reviews. And this year is not just going to be poetry books, it's going to be fiction books as well, because that's what I'm going to be reading. What are your resolutions for 2020? Are they related to your writing? Are they not? Do you have a fitness goal for 2020? What videos do you want to see from me? I know that I have been requested how to write a sestina every time I ask people, what do you want to see? And they're like, how to write a sestina. And I promise I'm going to do a how to write a sestina video. So that has been my first video of 2020, and it was a rambling mess, and I hope you're still with me. And let's be on. Boats against the current. Fuck being born ceaselessly into the past. Let's just keep going. Boats against the current. We can do this. Here's to 2020.